Let's talk about vitamin C. I want you to think of vitamin C like springs that holds our cells and our tissues together. Now, you probably already know this, that vitamin C protects us from infections. It also strengthens our immune system. But it also provides support to our teeth, our bones, our skin, and our blood vessels. Simple as that. What are the food sources? Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruit, limes, and lemons. Also, kiwis, bananas, bell peppers, strawberries, broccoli, potatoes, and tomatoes. Let's talk about vitamin D. If I could sum up vitamin D in 3 words, there would be bones, calcium, and osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is the thinning of the bones. It's when our bones become weak. Osteo means bones, porosis means passage. This disease is very common amongst women over the age of 45. Why? Because in the first few years after menopause, most of us ladies will go through rapid bone loss. And this is the reason why we need to spend time exercising, lifting weights, stretching, flexibility training, eating properly, and taking calcium supplements. Now, vitamin D is very unique in comparison to the others because it can be made in the body when our skin is exposed to the sun. Now, the challenge is during the winter months, we are covered in heavy coating and we spend a whole lot less time outside. Okay? Now, this is something you may not know. A light-skinned person only needs 15 minutes of sun exposure 3 times a week to make enough vitamin D. Whereas someone like myself who's dark skinned, okay, because of this melanin that we have been blessed with, we need to spend more time in the sun because this dark skin acts like a sunscreen, okay? Now, the body will store vitamin D for several months, and that's why we need to spend time outdoors during the fall, during the spring, and during the summer. Now, dieting is a wonderful option, but sun exposure is always the best way to consume vitamin D, okay? So mom and dad, please let the kids go play outside, okay? And you go join them as well, okay? All right, so what are the food sources for vitamin D? Let's talk about it. Eggs, dairy products, cheese, milk, okay? Now, this is something you may not also know is that milk and milk products provides more than 70% of the calcium consumed by Americans. So we do a lot of dairy products here in this country. Other sources are salmon, tuna, orange juice, liver, cottage cheese, bread, and vitamin D fortified cereals like Cheerios. Yes, yes, yes. So let's go ahead and recap, okay? Vitamin C protects us from infections, okay? It supports our immune system. When you think about vitamin D, I want you to think about calcium, your bones, the health of your bones, osteoporosis, and how to prevent it. I want you to think about strength training, especially ladies, us over the age of 45. I'm not there yet, thank you, Jesus. And it doesn't mean we start exercising at 45. It means investing in our health long term to prevent osteoporosis, okay? In the same way we save money for an emergency fund little by little, okay? We have a Haitian proverb that says, "Sa ou pa konnen, pi gran pa so." And it really is true. So now you know vitamin C and D. And I look forward to reading your comments and your questions and your suggestions below. Du fond de mon cœur, merci. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And make sure you stay healthy. Have you ever wondered why there are so many French words in the food industry? For example, words like restaurant, restaurant, table, table, garçon, à la carte, and garde-manger. This is because the emperors of the world's kitchens, the godfathers or the OGs of the food industry, were Frenchmen. Legends like Anthony Carême, Auguste Escoffier, and Fernand Point. I have them from left to right. Between the 18th and 19th century, these three men laid out the foundation of the culinary industry. And if you've ever worked in a kitchen, now in a traditional kitchen, because in my opinion, fast food restaurants don't count. The kitchen staffing system, or the chain of command, like we say in the military, titles such as the executive chef, the sous chef, the garde-manger, the pastry chef, for example, that system called brigade or brigade in English was created by this man, Chef Auguste Escoffier. And my reason for wanting to include that little piece of information in our food history library today is because I want to debunk the sexist and demeaning idea that a woman's place is in the kitchen. It's not true. In fact, we can do a whole lot more than you can. And if you choose to continue to believe that, men, today's segment has proven that your belief system is not only off and limited, but also very sexist. Next week, I'm taking your taste buds to Haiti and to Louisiana. I'll teach you how to make the famous red bean sauce, or sauce pois rouge. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Yasmin, and I will see you next time. À la prochaine.